Oh boy. Well, that was weird. Is this on? Hello? Okay, good. So I just got out of a meeting with Mr. Reed Rideo at the Woodview Village Library. I say meeting because he kinda declined to be interviewed or recorded. Seems like a private guy. I kinda understand. Mr. Rideo is a local descendant of the Wyandotte native tribe whose family's been living in the area pretty much since Woodview was first established. Mr. Mandelbrot is the one who suggested I talk to him as part of my personal research into the weird side of the area. The research doesn't have much to do with the national park disappearances, but I figured it would at least help me kill some time since the case is still pretty much cold. I've been in Woodview for a little over a month now, and if there's one thing I can say about the folks who live here, they're certainly superstitious. I heard a lot of stories from those I interviewed about the disappearances, like I mentioned before. The folks who blamed grand conspiracies like aliens or divine intervention. What's more odd is that, while a lot of the folks of Woodview seem to be superstitious, the rest of the county population is still more grounded. Mind you, I don't believe any of this stuff either, but I thought it might be nice to try and view things from their perspective. Reed told me that a lot of the villagers grew up on Wyandotte stories that had been passed down since before the village was settled. There's also been an intermingling of stories and folk tales that were brought by their ancestors when they immigrated. Since Woodview has always been a smaller community, those stories got passed around really quickly and remained local for the most part. Some of the stories are pretty neat. They remind me of classic fables and tales about how the sun and moon came to be or why thunder comes after lightning. Quaint little stories to tell curious children. I liked those. But these are stories that could probably be found anywhere. I told Reed I was fascinated by them, but wanted to know if there were any local tales. Specifically, if there were any that may pertain to keeping out of the forest. Big bad wolf kind of stuff. I was just curious, but I must have hit a nerve. He seemed a little put off by the suggestion and asked me why I wanted to know. So I told him about how I was covering the story about the Huron Park disappearances. I thought it was a harmless answer, but after I told him, well, he just stared down at his hands for what felt like an hour. I could tell he was thinking because his eyes were looking back and forth. I wasn't sure if I should speak again or just wait for him to talk. But right when I was about to speak, he interrupted. I didn't catch a lot of what he said at first. It seemed like he was slipping in and out of his native tongue. I don't speak a lick of Wyandotte, so I was only able to grasp some of what he said. He explained that the Wyandotte people weren't always native to the state, that they were pushed here by European settlers and were forced to move into unfamiliar territory. Apparently his ancestors who first came here told stories of encountering a powerful, malevolent force that would roam through the woods. A beast who had dominated nature. He said there was no proper name for the thing in this language. The closest they had was an old Navajo name they gave it, but he refused to say it. He said it made you a target if you spoke it. He kept going on for a few minutes like he was some sort of wind-up toy that was wound the tightest he could go and then released all at once. To say he was talking a mile a minute would be an understatement. It's like Reed wanted to talk about it as quickly as possible just to get it over with so he could stop. He didn't look at me the entire time either, no, he just kept looking down at his hands. I felt bad, like I should stop him, but I wasn't able to get a word in anywhere. It honestly kind of scared me. Not like I was in danger, but like I opened some sort of door to something I should have just let be. Reed did stop eventually, but it didn't stop like he was wrapping up a story. No, he just cut himself off after a sentence, stood up, and walked out of the library without saying another word. I fought the urge to follow him, but I think I probably did enough damage to him today as it was. I didn't want to make him more mad at me. I waited a few minutes before walking out myself, and that pretty much catches up to now. Reed's station wagon wasn't here in the parking lot when I came out. I definitely would have spotted it. That red color is an eyesore, and I've only ever seen it once. I didn't expect his car to be here, though. I'll probably swing by the Wheel and Dine on the way back to the motel and see if Marie has seen him. I'm going to be visiting the Huron National Park tonight to talk with the acting director of the DNR, see if there's been anything that they picked up on. I'll keep you updated. No dice. I just got out of the diner. Maria said she hasn't seen Reed come in all day. I asked Deputy Champlain if he had seen Reed today, but I guess not. I'm heading to the motel for a bit to gather my things. I'll make a copy of my notes like normal to deliver with the next memo to Miss Cooper. I hope my tapes and notebooks have been making it back home safe, or else, well, I've just been talking to myself for the past month. Well, finally, some good news! The motel's phone lines are finally up and running again, so I don't have to make calls from the diner anymore. I'm sure Beatley's glad about that, but I'll miss not being able to hear his yelling over the noise. I made a call up to the library to see if Reed stopped by again at all today. It was a long shot, but I figured I'd try it. Unfortunately, I should have known it wouldn't pay off. While I had them on the line, I asked the librarian to reserve any books for me on Wyandot and Navajo legends. Maybe I could cross-reference them and see if I can make more sense of Reed's story. Like I said, I don't believe in this stuff per se, but I guess you could say I've fallen down the rabbit hole. I don't have a lot of personal knowledge of folklore and stuff like that, aside from, the grim stories. So it is interesting just learning about other cultures in general. I can't really shake what Reed said, though, about this creature in the story. I mean, it's impossible for a single animal to live so long considering the stories of this one thing have been passed down for generations. It's silly fairy tale stuff anyway, but I've always been kinda yellow when it came to scary stuff. Hell, I didn't even listen to ghost stories around the campfire because I knew I wouldn't be able to sleep for the next week. I know none of it's real, but there was always that nagging little idea of possibility. When I was a kid, I would try and set up traps in my room to catch the tooth fairy just to see if it was real or not. Of course, now I know it was my parents, but at the time I was... Hold on. What the hell? Is that a... Oh, shit, that's a car. Wait, that's Reed's car. Shit, he must have lost control or something. Shit. Reed! Reed? Can you hear me? Damn, Reed, are you okay? What the hell happened? Alright, bud, don't worry. I got you. Oh, you're one lucky bastard to have survived that. Just take it easy. We're gonna get you to the hospital, Reed. Just keep breathing and stay with me, bud. What the hell was that? Shit. Okay, yeah, there. Okay, you're gonna be okay. It's all okay. I'm getting you to the hospital. Shit. Just hold tight. Fuck! What the hell was that? Shit. Shit. Okay. I think it's gone. Okay. Reed? Are you... Shit. Hospital's only a few miles away. Sophie, Oh God, I really hope I got all that. No. Focus up, Martin. Worry about Reed first. I'll talk to you later, Sophie. I hope. Martin Holloway. Shit.